This podcast is brought to you by the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault, an organization committed to providing leadership, vision, and resources to those who work to eradicate sexual violence in our communities.
My name is Venida Rodman Jenkins. I coordinate the Violence Against Women Prevention Program at the University of Connecticut. Previously, I was the project director for the Seton Hall University Consortium Violence Prevention Program. I was here today, actually invited to be here as a presenter addressing issues of violence against women at faith-based institutions. When we're discussing issues of violence against women at faith-based institutions, something that we talked about this morning is to remember that you have almost two groups of individuals, if you will. You have people speaking different languages, right? You have the sacred language and you have a secular language. It's important to, even though groups might not necessarily talk the same language, it's important to think about the shared goals, the shared mission, and that mission is to provide a coordinated community response, an effective response to survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking, in addition to being able to hold offenders accountable. So we talked a lot about the different languages and how do we break through misconceptions, how do we break through barriers in dealing with those different languages, how do we become, if you will, bilingual to a degree, and focus on our main goal, which is providing support. The CCR, which we refer to as the Coordinated Community Response, is so important because it takes a number of different entities to come together to provide effective care for the survivor and to hold offenders accountable. What we mean by this whole coordinated response would mean people giving the same message, coming together in a non-judgmental type of way to offer options, not to blame the victim, not to tell the victim that she shouldn't have been here, she shouldn't have been wearing that, but everyone speaking from the same, everyone addressing the same issues and providing them with all the resources that that survivor might need. For instance, no matter where the survivor goes on campus, they should be able to receive the same message. So if I'm sexually assaulted and I go to the Women's Center, the advocate at the Women's Center should be giving me the same message as if I would have reported something to my RA or someone at Community Standards or someone from one of the community agencies. All of these individuals make up that effective community response that we've been referring to. It's important to respect each other no matter what your theological perspective might be, no matter what your worldview might be. It's important to come together to realize that your goals are the most important thing. Something that I find to be very, very important is to meet people where they are. And that's something that we talked about this morning. So maybe I might be someone who is not familiar with faith at all, right? How do I connect with someone at a school whose mission and values are centered on God? Well, we can do it because we have a shared value, and that is reaching out to the lost, reaching out to the oppressed, helping those who have been marginalized. I talked about creative ways to introduce the topic today, from pulling out a particular verse of scripture that deals with domestic violence and linking that to present-day statistics, and really, again, meeting people where they are, thinking about the fact that there are plays and arts that you can introduce to allow people to begin the conversation, to begin the discussion. You can have prayer vigils, and you can have a sermon that incorporates Domestic Violence Awareness Month or Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So there are many ways that we can talk about this subject, even if it's with a group who might be speaking another language. We can come together as a united front to reach our goals that are part of our OVW requirements, and then to effectively provide survivors with the support that they need. I am extremely honored for the invitation. I am so excited about being here to address issues of violence against women at faith-based institutions. I am really excited about the fact that hopefully people have gained something to take back to their schools to be able to implement into their programs. You know, at my university, I like to say that there's an African proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. Well, as it relates to addressing issues of violence against women, it takes the entire campus community and the community at large to come together to address these issues and to help prevent violence against women. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault. For more information about CALCASA's mission or to show your support, please visit our website, calcasa.org. That's CALCASA.org. If you'd like to watch or listen to other presentations like this one, you can subscribe to our podcast feed. Visit www.calcasa.org/feed/podcast.